Gentleman from Michigan rise.
I move to strike the last word.
The gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Speaker. You know, I come from Flint, Michigan, a working-class community, represent Flint, Saginaw, and Bay City, and it's a community that's proud of the fact that in this area, and it's true across the country, the notion has been that if you work hard, if you train yourself, if you focus on a trade or go to school, that you'll be paid a wage or a salary commensurate with the contribution that you make to the work that you're doing. You know, we live in a time when we're seeing decreasing compensation for the value that the worker brings to the workplace. In 1945, between 1945 and 1975, we saw worker productivity rise in this country by 97%. And we saw household income rise during that same 30-year period by 95%. There was some parity in the contribution that workers made in the compensation that they received. You fast forward to the last 30-year period, and we've seen a period of economic growth and expansion, increased worker productivity, 80% over the last 30 years, but in real wages, 10% increase in productivity. One of the reasons that we've seen such a drop is that we are not compensating the average worker for the quality and the work that they do and that they contribute to the highly productive society that we live in. This is yet another attempt to continue the race to the bottom, where we continue to see real wages go down and productivity continue to rise. I have done a tremendous amount of work in local development, and I have, as a public and private citizen, been involved in lots and lots of construction projects involving hundreds of millions of dollars. And I will tell you one thing, there's absolutely nothing sacrificed by making sure that the people who do this important work are paid a wage that is fair and that fits the marketplace. It is not only good for those families that benefit from a decent and fair wage, but it supports those local employers and those small businesses that we all talk about every day that we're trying to support. Where does the revenue, where does the money come from into communities that support those folks? It comes from the fact that the workers have a decent living wage that allows them to pay their bills, set a little money aside for their families, and contribute to a local economy. Fair wages contribute, Davis-Bacon wages contribute to the ability for workers to be trained as well. This is the wrong direction for this country. This is certainly the wrong direction in this particular budget, connected to the work that our nation does, when what we fought for in this country was a society that rewards people for the quality and the quantity of their work, their hard work, and their training that they put to work in doing these tough construction jobs particularly. And we ought not ever, as a nation, when we're already seeing private sector wages go down, we ought not, as a nation, participate in this race to the bottom.